Right, you wee cow. Have you been slagging my man off again?
Right, so who is this guy right here? We all know him. I mean, he's very distinctive, isn't he? He has a face like a Scottish person on their last day of their Spanish holiday. He's bloody massive and has a Triceratops head on the back of his head. His name is Slag, eh? Apparently not. This is Slug. The name Slag is now deemed so offensive, Hasbro have decided to rename our doty dino Duke. Why is that? It's because the word slag in the UK is a derogatory term for a promiscuous woman. It's awful, I know. Promiscuous women should be thanked by society for their much needed services. I think we need to reclaim the term slag as a positive, as something to be aspired to by young men and women everywhere. We all need to be slags. Having a wee sordid dalliance and satiating your freakish sexual perversions every now and again is good for your mental health. Just make sure you're using jimmies. Also, it might mean we can give our dino chum his real name back. I really hate the name Slug. I know it can mean a big bullet, but it's also a small, slimy garden mollusk. Disgusting. I can imagine the Hasbro executives trying to decide what to rename Slag. Right, Tim, let's just change out the vowel, like what the knockoff people would do. Great idea, Ben. Like changing jazz to jazz? Exactly. Right, so we can't use the A. What about E? Nah, that sounds too cockney. Like, shut it, you slag. Fair enough. What about I? Nah, Slig sounds like a candle holder from IKEA. Okay, what about O? That's actually a bit better. Slog? It does make him sound a bit boring. Like those Michael Bay Transformers movies were a real slog. Agreed. That leaves only you. Slug, like the garden mollusk? Nah, like the bullet. A bit confusing, but I need to go for a fancy lunch in a minute, and that sweet pre-order money won't spend itself. Let's go for it. I really do hope we can get our big old boy his proper name back. Can we make hashtag justice for Slag a thing? I'm going to be calling him Slag for the rest of the review as a wee start anyway. Well, I've waffled on for long enough. Shall we look at a wee toy? This here is Studio Series 86 Slag, and he's fucking awesome. Just look at his magnificence. Just like Studio Series 86 Grimlock, Slag is massive, towering over almost all other bots, apart from Menasor. Combiners are kind of like three kids stacked in a trench coat, so I don't think it counts. I love this head sculpt. His wee red face gives off that confused, slightly mentally challenged vibe that the Dinobots are known for. I love his big blue peepers as well. It's like he's glued blue aviator lenses over his eyes, the absolute nut job that he is. Look at his wee Triceratops hoodie as well. Isn't it just precious? The rest of Slag's body is just as good. I love his wee bib under his face, his chunky red torso, and these big stompy legs. I love all the wee extra details added in, like the wee patches of green and blue on his knees, and even this one daft wee circle beside his Autobot badge. What even is that for? Slag's joints feel super good. Listen to this. That is some Transformers ASMR right there. His shoulders, hips, and knees are all in sweet ratchet joints. You can just feel the quality in this boy. It makes him a joy to pose. From his back, Slag is also looking clean, rocking those traditional Dinobot wings and just enough dino kibble. From all angles, our big old dino boy is just looking smashing. There's really not much to complain about with Slag's robot mode. He's just about perfect. Similarly to Grimlock, I would have loved it if he came with a sword, but that's like saying you want to win the lottery and also get a Suki off of Victoria Corin. You can't have everything, you ungrateful pig. Transformation is a fun wee process. I especially love the way the back dino legs fold out of the robot legs. Top tier stuff, and it gives me a wee chubby. When you're done, you're left with this. Oh my God. Would you just look at this? Is this not one of the best things you've ever seen? I imagine the love I have for this wee fella is on a par to a mother seeing their baby for the first time. This wee guy is amazing. I know he's meant to be a ferocious robot triceratops, but I think this might be the cutest thing I've ever seen. For me, this alt mode has the vibe of a puppy made from candy floss or four piglets in a bowler hat. I absolutely love it. Look at his wee head. He looks furious, but in a dead cute way, like Grumpy Cat. Everything just works so well here. I love his wee frill round his head, his wee horns, and his icy blue eyes. Look at all the sculpted detail going on here as well. I especially like these moulded in gun barrels in his sides, even though they are aiming directly at the back of his head. You gorgeous idiot, Slag. I love that his blaster is integrated into his tail. That is some great weapon storage right there. It's far better than Grimlock's gun just pegging into his back. They really weren't even trying with that one, were they? Great evil fusion right there though, eh? The only thing I could complain about is this honking wee man that comes with Slag. This is meant to be that annoying wee shite Daniel. I've already talked about how much of a wee prick Daniel is, so fittingly, this figure is utter shite. Just like the wheelie that came with Grimlock, he's frozen in this squatting, ready to do a shite pose, and can't really do anything else. At least the shite spike that came with Core Class Bumblebee could stand straight up. In the bin, wee man. Straight in the bin. So, should you get Studio Series 86 Slag? Without a doubt, yes. These Studio Series Dinobots might just be the best thing that has ever come out of the mainline. I've already got Sludge, definitely going to do a review, and I can't wait for Snarl and Swoop to complete the set. I just love the Dinobots so much. Their whole strong but dumb vibe reminds me of the wonderfully colourful world of 1980s professional wrestling, with its mix of steroid-infused physiques, multiple concussions, and over-the-top personalities. Only the Dinobots are less likely to have acne, their hearts will probably not implode in their 30s, and there's less chance that they'll go on a roid rage and kill a hooker. Anyway, you guys have a great night. Catch you later.